Sonic the Hedgehog, The Werehog's Awakening Chapter 1 Preparations. Sonic's point of view.
Green Hills. The place I call home. It's everything I could ask for ever since I met Tom and Maddie. The family got even bigger when Tails and Knuckles joined in. I've been through a lot, and for the past few days, it had gotten somewhat weird. Let me be clear for a second. It can be somewhat weird to see a large werewolf like Hedgehog roaming the woods at night, and let me tell you, that thing was me. You might think I'm crazy, but the past few nights are pretty wild after when I got bit in the torso by this mysterious creature during a nightly forest walk. I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me start at the beginning. It was a bright day in our home in Green Hills. I just came back from my usual morning run, and I wasn't even the least bit tired after it. You know what they say, I'm the fastest thing alive? Well, that's what my family calls me. Tom and Maddie were already making lunch when I came back home. Tails was working on a new weapon, and I checked on Knuckles, who was doing his usual training routine outside. After taking a turkey sandwich, I retreated up to my room and closed the door. For some strange reason, while I was cruising through my comic books, I was in the mood for something monster-related. That's something I don't really like to read, but I took the first one I saw, plopped onto my beanbag, and taking my sandwich, started to read. You know, for reading something monster-related, it can get a bit corny in some parts, but they show up some pretty good plots to them. The one I was reading had a werewolf in it. The concept for it in the comic looked super cool, but I kind of felt sorry for the actual person themselves. They go through this crazy transformation at night under a full moon, and I imagined an actual werewolf transformation to be pretty painful. Sometimes I cringe just thinking about it. I'd already finished the comic by the time Tails walked into my room. I finished up my sandwich as I placed the comic on the top of my collection.
Hey, Sonic!
Tails beamed. He noticed the comic that I recently put up.
Reading a monster comic? I've never seen you read one. What was it about?
He asked me, taking my plate and getting up from my beanbag. I said, it was actually about a werewolf. Tails gasped. He was surprised to see the fact that I read a comic that had a werewolf in it. I actually thought about werewolf transformation as I was reading it. I cringed just thinking about it. Imagine your bones cracking and rearranging themselves into a more bulky figure. Gross. I couldn't handle it, I exclaimed, making a cringe face. Tails laughed in the process.
Well, I came to tell you that Tom and Maddie told us that we are going on a camping trip.
Tails said. This was when I gasped. I then exclaimed, no way, seriously. Tails nodded happily. This is gonna be awesome, I exclaimed. Tails told me we were set to leave soon, so I got prepared right away. About a second later, I was finished with my preparations. Since I was in a bit of a monster kick, I decided to bring along a few monster-related comics to spook me before I went to sleep. I knew it was just a one-night experience, but I had to feel the spookiness of the woods, you know? Tom, Maddie, Tails, and even Knuckles were all done with their preparations as we made it to the truck. I decided to sit in the back with my new friends since I wanted to chat with them more during our drive down towards the campsite and maybe read another monster comic.
Is everyone comfy back there?
Tom asked us.
I'm good.
I guess I'm too.
I'm right as rain, I exclaimed. I even gave Tom a thumbs up. Next thing I knew, we were on the road. This was gonna be the best camping adventure ever.